understanding and managing stress and anxiety. Because let's face it, we all have it, and it's increasing more in our life. And sometimes life just seems completely overwhelming. When there's too much coming in at once, maybe it's work stress, overwork, cash flow issues, accidents and illnesses, something happening to a family member. It's an enormous list of things. Teenagers with exams. I've got a grandson with exams at the moment. And bullying. They cause people to feel trapped. And it feels like being strangled. This is a strangler fig tree with all the roots and tangles all round, eventually killing the tree inside. So how does this happen? Just imagine. A semi-trailer arrives at a library, and it has an enormous load of files and books, all at once for the poor librarian to file. And some things just never get filed. It's called overwhelm. I don't think there's anyone in this room who hasn't sometimes felt overwhelmed. So what happens? Within our brain, the librarian part of our brain calls in the security guard, adjacent part of the brainstem, and that floods your body with stress hormones. The filing never happens properly. That stress remains current, and it raises your stress levels all over, so that you're much more susceptible to stress in the future. And the really important thing is that stress is not carried in your head. It's carried in every cell of your body. It's a whole body experience, and that's why it causes people to get ill. So how can you fix it? Well, counselling, standard psychology and psychiatry are talk therapy. They take you back through the problem over and over again in the hope that when you talk it through and talk it through and talk it through, eventually it'll wear out, sometimes months, sometimes years later, sometimes never. But what it actually does is take people back to the trauma, building it up and re-traumatizing them. Because they're working with the logical mind, and it's a top-down approach. And the stress and trauma is held in your body. And you can't use your logical mind to talk to your body. It doesn't work. It's like as silly as having a ruptured appendix and only taking antibiotics and expecting it to get better. Because it'll dull the peritonitis down a bit, but unless you fix it, it's not going to work. So I prefer working directly with the unconscious mind. It's very, very much faster. It typically works in only 3 or 4 weeks. It's very gentle and relaxing. It's a bottom-up approach, working with your body to relax you. I know that sounds very odd, talking to all your cells, but it actually does work. Because every single cell in your body, and there are many trillions of them, is actually intelligent. It's a membrane around the outside of the cell that decides what it's letting in and what it's not letting in. That is where the intelligence lies. So how it works? It's so easy. All you need to do is just imagine. Just imagine, so that your unconscious mind understands that problem is over. It happened, and it's over now. It's not going on happening. You are safe, and you were the one with the power to make the change. So I talk to your unconscious mind to make that happen. Sorry, I keep turning my back on you. But, I'm not word perfect on these things, but when you just imagine, MRI scans that they take for people just imagining are exactly the same as when people are remembering. And that's really interesting because your brain can't tell the difference between things you imagine strongly with emotion and things that have actually happened. So you can just rewire the past and change the past because you rewire it. To diffuse that memory, you can rewire how you body language changes, and that bully reads the difference and stops bullying you. They don't have the power over you anymore, and you can remember into the future. And hey, that sounds really weird, but if you think about it, what is a footballer, a rugby player doing when he's standing there doing that kick after a try, and he's standing there? He has imagined that ball going through long before his foot hits the ball. He's imagined it, and then when he kicks it, it happens right because it's already happened as far as his body's concerned. He now just does it. Okay? Elite sports people use this all the time. Quantum physics, which I can't explain to you, says memory can be brought back from the past, but in fact from the future, but in fact MRI scans proves that this is true. So let's look at some examples. I want to talk about an accountant who came to see me. He was taking his clients' problems on himself, and he was feeling completely overwhelmed. He described it as feeling as if he was living in a vortex, and the only way he could relieve it was with alcohol. So he went to the pub and drank at lunchtime, after work, on the weekends, and every other opportunity. His marriage was definitely on the rocks. And what happened was I just reframed the problem. I gave him some simple techniques to deal with the overload. So he gave the problems back to the people who owned them instead of him having to solve everything. And he no longer felt that. I used hypnosis to calm him down and get him out of all that strangling vines of stress that was around him. He no longer drinks. His marriage is great. His business has grown considerably, and everything's good. Hypnosis lets you change. I use hypnosis to allow your mind to understand that you can change the situation. You can feel safe, because that's the thing. If you're really overwhelmed, you don't feel safe. It's frightening being overwhelmed. It's frightening having the world whizzing round. So you need to feel safe, and that's what you can do with hypnosis. Then the security guard part of your brainstem that causes the fight and flight relaxes, and you can heal. And you know that you're safe, and you know that you were the one that fixed it. And you're calm. It's very, very fast, because it's just about your imagination and your beliefs. It's not a conscious process. So let's get back to you. Managing your stress, whether at home or at work. The big thing is to prevent stress from building up. So just think about blowing up a balloon. You can blow it up, and you blow it up, and you blow it up, and if you keep blowing it up, eventually it'll burst. That's what stress is like. If you want to keep blowing it up, you just have to let it out all the time, and then you can blow it up again. Let at least some of it out at regular intervals. So that's what I want you to do. And alcohol does not actually help. It actually can make things worse. So some easy and sensible self-help is that I'm just giving you now an invisible, imaginary portaloo. You've all got one now, and when anything stressful happens, you take it out of your mind, you put it in the loo, and you press the button and flush it away. Out of your life, it's gone. Just get rid of it. You don't need that. So change how you see yourself. Do you bully yourself? An enormous number of us do. How often have you made a mistake and then told yourself, oh, I'm stupid? Well, you're not. Just learn to listen to yourself talk. Choose to be happy and positive. And do you go over things from the past? Well, if you don't, if you do, well, leave them behind. Take them out and flush them away. You can choose to let them go. That's type of self-hypnosis, and you've been doing it for years, and you're very, very good at it. However, people often fear hypnosis. They come in, sometimes people come in and they have to have their partner come with them to hold their hand, and they're terrified what I might do. I'm not a stage hypnotherapist. I have never turned anyone into a chicken, and I can't think of anything worse than having a chicken in the place. My dog would bark at it. I'm looking for referrals to business managers, especially in legal accounting.